Have you ever been to an interview where you were not able to crack it but have zero idea as to where you went wrong? Or you're still in college and you're yet to sit for an interview but are fully aware that there are certain things that you need to be super careful of but are not too sure what? Let me talk about 5 such very critical and important things where you could go terribly wrong in an interview. My name is Dr. Push Blamba. I am your ICF certified success and happiness coach, and with over 21 years of experience, I bring this plethora of knowledge from all practical points of view. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 such things where you could be going terribly wrong in an interview. And mind you, these are not very obvious things. These are those subliminal things where you go wrong without realizing that you're going wrong. And with all these mistakes, I'm going to be giving you a recruiter's point of view for each mistake. Mistake number 1. The candidate has not done research about their recruiter. And when I say research, a lot of us nowadays definitely go to the website of the recruiter. But what we fail to see is those subtle points, those fine prints, such as what is the way going forward which the recruiter has decided as far as their planning is concerned, what are their investment plans, what are their growth projections, what are their sales revenues, and all of these can be gained from just by reading those white papers that organizations release every now and then. And then of course there are a couple of other sources also where you can get this particular kind of information. And believe me when I say this, 95% of the candidates actually are not aware of such intricate details, and they're not very difficult to obtain. That is the most wonderful part. Recruiter's insight. If candidates are equal, 2 or more candidates are equal, this actually becomes one of the most critical detrimental factors between whether I'll select a candidate or whether I'll reject a candidate. Mistake number 2. The candidate undersells himself or herself during the interview. You understand that there is a lot of competition, and you understand that there is, in our culture, there is a premium attached to being humble and polite. But understand that this is not the place to be that humble and polite person that you genuinely might be or you want to come across. In fact, this is the place where subtly and taking the timing in perspective, you need to come across as someone who has all the attributes. Please understand that the recruiter does not know you personally 99.9% of the time. And hence, this is your window of opportunity where you can sell yourself. And please, if you're not overselling yourself, the least you can do is not to undersell yourself. Recruiter's tip. If I want to know genuinely about you, I'm going to start with a question like, tell me something about yourself. And from there, I'm going to understand what you are or who you are. The other question that I'm going to use to understand yourself much better, in a much better manner, is a question called, what are your strengths? So please do prepare for these 2 questions, because this is where I'm going to actually evaluate whether you are right for the role or not. And definitely yes, don't undersell yourself when you're talking about yourself in these 2 perspectives at least. Interview mistake number 3. The candidate talks poorly about their current or past organization or employers. Now understand, why is this a mistake? Well, you can talk about them in a negative manner, especially if you get a question like, why did you leave your previous job, or why are you leaving your current job? However, it is very important to understand that you cannot badmouth your current or previous employer for 2 primary reasons. Why? And this will actually have the recruiter's tip also included in it. As a recruiter, I do not want you to join my organization because you're fed up of your current organization. If you're fed up of your current organization, that's your problem. In fact, that is not the motivation that I'm looking for in a candidate. And the second is, if you're bad-mouthing them, who says that you will not badmouth us tomorrow when you're going to be looking for a new job? So for these 2 reasons, I actually categorically recommend my clients not to badmouth their employees regardless of the truth. There is always a way around the truth. You have to understand that. Interview mistake number 4. You have not dressed the part. What does that mean? You have to be groomed for the job that you have applied for or that you are interviewing for. and not for the job that you currently have. Secondly, grooming is that aspect that in India especially, we do not pay much attention to, or at least not suitable attention to. And in many cases, I have personally seen that people are unaware of the right grooming strategies. So over here, for the want of time, I'm going to be sharing a couple of tips, something very, very interesting, simple, but yet it makes a lot of impact. Like for example, carry a cloth with you when you're traveling to the venue of your interview. Just before you enter your interview room or the building or the venue, please take out that cloth and rub it once over your shoes to bring the shine back. In travel in India, we have a lot of pollution, and that always leaves a mark over your polished and shiny shoes which you started back from. If you're a female, please ensure that you have a comb or a brush. I'm sure you already have, but you do visit the washroom once you before go for your interview and comb your hair. The second tip is, for males, your hair need to be groomed, that goes without saying. But for females, if you have longer hair especially, you need to tie your hair. Tied hair gives the most professional look. I'm not concerned about the fashion today. In fact, the recruiters, from the recruiter's point of view, he or she is not concerned about the fashion nowadays. They're actually looking to hire someone who is looking professional. So first will come the look, and then will come the questions part. If you fail on the looks part, I don't think so anyone is going to give you that kind of actual interview, and they're just going to bide their time. The last and the fifth interview mistake that a lot of people do is they don't prepare their stories. What do I mean by that? Everyone loves a story. In your answers, where you're describing yourself, where you're talking about your strength or why this organization or why this role, please prepare some examples. So these examples are going to be a testimony of what you are saying is true. Like I said earlier, people don't know you. Your recruiter does not know you yet. And hence you need to justify whatever you're saying about yourself. So if you're saying that I am a good team player as a part of your strength, you need to justify with a good actual example of where you demonstrated that team player spirit. And you need to prepare these examples and these stories well in advance for you to be able to crack those interviews. In fact, if you visit my website www.happywith.in, I'm leaving the link right now on the screen and in the description below. You will actually get a free PDF once you register for my website. So please go over there and download that PDF. It actually talks about tips on how to do storytelling in a business setup. So please go over there, register yourself and get this free PDF, which is going to be wonderful. And while on my website, when you're there, please go through the 5-day job readiness workshop, or college to corporate workshop as I like to call it, that I have come up with. It is going to give you wonderful, wonderful benefits when it comes to job preparation. And of course, my last request for this video, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel and comment on this video. What do you think is going to be the biggest challenge as far as you are concerned? So to your success, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.